Welcome. This is Don't Give Up Your Daydream, Transitions in a Transitioning World. I'm your host, John-Nuckel. I'm a private equity advisor / author / radio host. I want to welcome my fellow creative professionals to Don't Give Up Your Daydream, where creativity and drive meet experience and guidance. Our goal is to introduce you to guests who have gone through major transitions in their lives or careers and have landed in a better place. All of them have kept their creativity alive, and it has been vital to their success. It's a thrill today to have Michael Cranmer as my guest. Michael and I worked at the American Stock Exchange a few years back. He's now a respected musician and has a thriving wedding proposal business that I'm very anxious to hear about. Michael will be with us after these brief words. Hello, we're back, and you're listening to Don't Give Up Your Daydream. I'm John-Nuckel, your host, and I want to welcome Michael Cranmer to the show. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much for having me, and congratulations to you on the success of your radio show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. It's been fun. Now, we're going to hear some music from you today, I know, but before we do, why don't you share with our listeners what you've been doing, what you're up to, what's going on with Mike Cranmer right now?
Well, there's a lot to go over. One, I've got two bands actively working right now. I've got a burgeoning kids party business, and this is all, of course, in addition to the marriage proposal business, but more interesting, actually very interesting. I just was approached to produce my musical partner in one of my endeavors. He's approached me to produce his new show in support of his new album, but we're also creating what we think is a new model for how to fund shows and tours and at the same time be thinking about those that are in need. And the way the model works, that the proposed model as such, is that we would go for corporate underwriting of the production, and the majority of the proceeds would go to selected charities.
Wow.
That's brand new. We just had a great big meeting about it yesterday, and very excited about this process. And of course, I'm working with a very close personal friend and musical collaborator.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is good. This is going to lead us off on our first tangent. So we're going to go out of the outline already.
Love the tangent.
It's about doing good. I think this is an interesting thing because, and I don't know if I shared this with you. I saw an interview with Ed Sheeran, and they asked him about all the streaming and how do you make money as a musician and everything. And one of the things he said, which is interesting, is he says, you'll be successful if you're nice. And he said, people are more willing to purchase your things, to buy your albums, go to your shows, if they think you're a nice person. And he cited like Taylor Swift and Adele and these people that are really successful, they're perceived as being very, very nice people, which I think is an interesting thing, with what you're doing. And that is sort of the, I hate to use just a millennial, but sort of that younger group's kind of mindset. So I think you're tapping into something very smart.
Well, I hope so. I think it's an innovative way to go about bringing music to the people, and I think it serves, like I said, the communities of those in need well. And we're working on our pitch materials, and we're really trying to underscore that point that this is, an attempt to really help and be a service to those less fortunate than ourselves. And so it's coming from the right place. And the music itself is music that I stand behind and I support, and I play often. We play a lot of my collaborator. His name is Chris Campion, and we perform a lot of his original music out. It's really wonderful music. It's original. It's unique. It's really, I'm very proud of it.
Wow, that's really good. That's a great thing. And this is new because since we met last, this wasn't even something that you were speaking about, right?
It came up in the last couple of weeks. I was of course honored because this is something of a new adventure for me. But it brings me deeper into the things that I care about, which are music and, of course, being of service to those who are downtrodden and
in need,
and wayward in life and so forth. So it's a new development. It's brand new, and I'm beyond honored to be asked.
Wow, that's really great. A lot of time, I try to make sure that we speak to our listeners and try to give them a takeaway from some of the things. And I hear what you're saying, and the idea of doing good, along with trying to, transition into your career. There's so many things. As I go through these interviews with people, each time I hear something different, a different approach that someone is taking that is leading them, towards down a successful path. So this is a really, really good thing to hear. Let's talk about music a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to cue up your first song in a minute. But I do want to ask, since we have the stock exchange background, and, for you listeners, a lot of the reputation is true. We did go out after the close, and we were in the bars downtown and all of that. But Mike here was off taking music lessons. Can you share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I joined the American Stock Exchange community right after college, and one of my first orders of business after getting my first paycheck was to go out and buy a guitar. I had taken some lessons with my roommate in college, my last semester in college, and decided that I really wanted to pursue that. And I went to a place called Matt Umanoff, which is a legendary guitar store in the West Village, and bought a guitar, and then I asked for the name of a guitar teacher, and I was given the name, and I was given the caveat: do not call this gentleman if you are not serious about playing guitar. And I assured him that I absolutely was, and I ended up studying with this guy. His name is Mark Bosch, who's been around for a long time. He currently is pulling double duty, playing with Ian Hunter of Mont the Hoople fame, and he's also and he's playing with Garland Jeffries and the Coney Island Playboys. So he's pulling double duty in that way. But he has played with Jimmy Cliff. He's just posted on Facebook all the people that he's been on stage with, which include people like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Bruce Springsteen. He's an absolute phenomenal, probably one of the best guitar players I've ever seen in my life. He's incredible. So that was the sort of the embryonic stage of my playing guitar. And I used to bring my guitar. I used to get ribbed, sometimes not so gently, by my colleagues for not joining the after hours happy hour, if you will. And I would go right from work to take lessons, and it was to me it was time and money well spent.
Well, that's really good. And this is part of making that transition. You have to spend those long, lonely hours. Everybody else is having fun. How come I have to stay in? But that's what you have to do, man. Right? It's like
Absolutely.
I wake up at 5:00 every morning to write. Someone listening stays up past midnight to work on their painting. It's just what you got to do, and
Yeah, it is. There is just no other choice. You have to. It becomes integral to who you are as a person, I think.
Right. Okay. Now let's hear some of the fruits of your labor. We're going to cue up the first song, and I'm not sure the order in which the music's going to be played, so we will discuss the song after we hear it.
Okay.
Are we ready to put that on, guys? Here we go.
Well, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. Well, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. I ain't got me nobody. I don't care me. Ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. Ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. I ain't hiding from nobody, nobody hiding from me. Got that green light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. Got that green light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. Might go out to California, might go to Georgia, I don't know. Well, they call me the breeze. Keep blowing down the road. Well, they call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. Well, I ain't got me nobody. I don't carry me no load.
Mike, very, very nice. That really good. Here we are. Now we're back. Very good, Mike. I really like that a lot.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Now that's not that's Call Me the Breeze, obviously. J.J. Cale, correct?
That's correct.
It's not the. I guess most people know the Leonard Skinner version.
That's correct. Yeah, that's Leonard Skinner version was the first version that I came across, but
Yeah.
later on I dug a little deeper and I found this, and just fell in love with it.
Now, he is J.J. Cale. He's written a number of songs that